Oh, we're all screwed up, man. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. It's been a heck of a morning, my friends. Guido coming at you with a coffee talk from the left side of the Atlantic. I hope you hear me.
Pilgrim coming. Well, Pilgrim's here anyway from the right side of the Atlantic, but it's Pilgrim Mug! So happy with his raw blend.
I have a very lovely gift from my friend Pilgrim. A nice giant mug that I think could also do as a tea cup-ish.
Because there's a saucer with it.
Because there's a saucer with it that says...
Guido mugs only allowed.
I mean, it's not quite a teacup, but it's a general shape of a teacup. What's nice about it, though, is it's very large, and I can put a lot of coffee in it. It also has
It's that on the avatar.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And it has a satisfying clink when you put it down. A little,
nice.
Very nice. Very substantial saucer. Very nice.
Flippy says it could hold soup. I mean, it could hold soup. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an old movie called So I Married an Axe Murderer at the very beginning with Mike Myers. And he's making fun of these, I guess coffee shops were really just taking off at that time. And the lady brings him this, like, giant coffee thing. And he's like, "Excuse me, I ordered the large." He's holding it like this.
A bucket.
Yeah. Pale Jedi and Just Around Midnight, thank you so much. I still have the echo, folks. I don't know why. It's only every once in a while, though. I think it's somehow feedback from you, Pilgrim.
Do you really? I'm on low volume according to the guys, so I'm not sure it's me. Yeah.
All right, I'll turn up the earbud thing a little bit. Call it reverb and move on. That's right. It's meant to be that way. Yeah.
So you've had a couple of you've said Pale Jedi. Did you say about Just Around Midnight?
I did. Thank you, Just Around Midnight and Pale Jedi, guys.
Nice.
Thanks for the subs, you guys. Yes, it's a feature, not a bug. That way you can hear me twice. Good morning, everybody. It is October the 30th, one day for my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday, so validate me. Thank you.
Another year older, but looking 10 years younger. Do. Would you want to be 10 years younger? Because you'd be actually still in a jet, wouldn't you?
And that concludes.
Stuck in an F-15C.
That concludes our song and dance portion of the stream.
That's it. Learn, look and learn. Learn to dance. Phil.
Would I still? I don't know if I would still be flying, actually, even if it was 10 years, because I stopped about 3 years before. Well, I would have still been flying 238s.
Ah, well, there you are, you see.
Yeah. Yep, still.
Yeah. Well, you could have moved on to Charlie 130s, couldn't you? You know.
Yeah, there you go.
The easy flying.
There you go. You know, this has to be something about Discord, because when I stream, we don't seem to have it.
No, we don't. I think it's probably my rig, to be honest. I've got everything open at the moment. I've got the game, which I normally don't have open, and the Twitch, and also I've got Google open and Discord.
No,
so
it's
my system's here screaming.
It's definitely on my side somehow, but I think it's in my Discord settings. I'm guessing there's something between Discord and it's like even right now I'm not hearing myself. Very strange. All right, so here we go, folks. We might as well just get to it, Pilgrim. What do you think?
Why not? Let's do this.
Hold on, I forgot. We got to do channel news. I don't have any. Didn't have a.
No, you haven't.
No, I have none. I didn't even stream last week. It was horrible.
It was conspicuous absence. I can tell you that.
Now here's
because I was getting home from work every night going, switch it on quick, he might be on. Oh no! Now I've got to go and talk to the wife for an hour.
Ruined your whole day. I know everybody's entire day was ruined by that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the cat is going away this weekend.
Ah, that's interesting.
Starting on Thursday, which is pub night, so don't expect that to happen. But Friday, the first thing I do on Monday is the most important thing I do at work, which is bring my leave paperwork in and submit it for Friday.
Yeah, that's what I do. Always on a Monday. I hate Mondays, but here's my holidays.
So, the intention is obviously Friday for a nice Friday stream, perhaps a Saturday stream. Who knows, man? You know what I mean?
That'd be cool because I finish early on Friday as well. So our timings might just do that. You know what I mean?
Obviously, if I have a chance before, I'll do so. We'll see how it goes. Sergeant Major Skills is having audio problems. Interesting.
Oh. That's because he's a sergeant major. He needs a corporal to work it out for
Of
him.
skills.
A corporal of skills, yes.
Yeah.
Like they have the corporal of the horse over here.
Yeah. What
I mean,
happens
what's
there?
that all about? Why would you want to rank corporal of the horse? That's just
What's the Latin name for a horse? Equine?
a further. No, that's German. Equine, yes.
Okay. What is it for a cow?
Moo.
No.
I don't know. You're asking an enlisted man here for crying out loud.
Bovine?
Bovine, okay. All right, yeah, got that, yeah.
What is... I learned this today from Wordle, Quordle, Wordle, Hurdle. I do like 3 of those a day.
Right, I learned this from Guido, though.
No,
didn't
this is what I learned. What is it for a sheep?
I?
A word I had never heard in my entire life, as far as I can tell.
Don't know, sheep?
But it's along those same lines. Sheep vine. Correct, Wayne. One.
Get out.
No,
He
no.
Googled that anyway.
No.
He went wiki and got that.
It's ovine. Just drop the B off of bovine. It's just ovine.
For a sheep. Over.
Yeah, it was the 5-letter word, and I went through a bunch of things, and you can cheat sort of on Quordle because if you put the word in and it doesn't go red, then it's a word. Doesn't mean it's the word, but it tells you it's actually a word. I didn't never come up with that. I was just throwing things in because I had a bunch of letters. I'm like, this is weird. I cannot figure this out. And I'm like, ovine, is that even a word? So I put it in. I'm like, it is a word. What the hell does it mean?
We'll come on to cheating later on in subjects du jour, but remind me when we get to that point about cheats and cheating.
Where did cheating?
It's not quite a cheat.
Where did cheating come in?
Well, you said you could cheat by.
Oh,
Where did
yes,
you see?
yes,
You
yes,
see?
yes.
Search way.
Dovine. What is a dog?
It's canine, isn't it?
Canine. Canine. That's right. Canine.
But what's a cat?
Cat nine.
Pussy mine.
You can't say that here.
Can.
No.
I just said it.
No. All
You
right.
can say pussy.
You can. That's true. That's true. We're just getting like edgy around here, like old guy edgy.
Well, Commander AF said meow, so we'll go the pussy line, can't we?
And now
We're gonna get banned any minute.
I'm canceled.
Yeah.
And now I'm canceled. All right, so expect a Friday, maybe before. Should be a fun weekend. Awesome. Missions and specials. It's time, Pilgrim. Now prep
Now it's time.
thy blue light and
Yes.
shine thy blue light. It is
I had to
it is
stretch a
time.
bit.
That's all right, Cliffy. It was a good run. Now it's all over.
Let's do tank, shall we?
Oh, that is more appropriate than you know, my friend.
Do you
All right.
notice? Do you notice while we're on the blue light? Do you
Yeah.
notice that's a Sherman, and that's a Cromwell?
Yeah.
Did you notice that? That's Guido, and that's Pilgrim. We have a competition about the Cromwell later on, guys. We have a competition about the Cromwell. But look, American, British. American on the left-hand side of the Atlantic, British on the right. There you go. Sorry, carry on.
Most excellent. Most excellent. That was a good tangent. That was a good tangent right there. But it was pre-something.
Yeah.
Pre-monition or something like that.
Yes. Well, that's a good word.
Precursor. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think
Yes.
of right now. But anyway.
Event.
No, not prevent. It was a
Oh, okay.
premonition of what's coming up.
Right.
But there's a different word you would use that clearly I don't know
Oh,
what
right.
it is.
Okay.
Anyway.
Very morsel. No. Okay.
I'm just trying to distract everyone while I figure out how to do this right here. All right, there we go.
Yes. Where's your Steam Deck?
It was failing me because look, it's you could put a button to bring up a source, right? But the button can only be a source for one scene. And
Right,
since
so
I
you can
move,
unkeybind that key to.
so then I have to have two buttons to do the Chrome thing for each scene, and I don't really want to do that. I mean, that's pretty lazy, really, but I'm kind of irritated. So now I have to turn Chrome on from OBS in this scene, and then if we're over in the game scene, then I have a button.
They are. That's like the X button on those silly tanks. I hate the X button. It's an extra button to press.
All right. Anyway,
Anyway, where were we?
we have to chill.
We do.
Yeah, you can still buy the crew, folks. It's easier to get them though.
Isn't it just I've got
Yeah.
two of those Deirdre, Divine, whatever she's called. I've got two of them now.
How'd you manage that?
I bought one, and then I won one.
Why did you do that?
I got fed up. I mean, it was that easy, wasn't it? It was that easy, but it's it's a mode for 12-year-olds. I can only do 3 battles before I need to turn it off. So I thought I did the 3 battles. I was just that close. I went, shall I do one more? No, I'll just go and buy it. So I bought it, and then half an hour later I thought I'll go and do one more, forgetting that I bought it, and I ended up having 2 of those. I've got a crew and a half now.
So what you're telling me is you had a senior moment.
I did, yes. I went, I'll just go and get that other crew member. It's only 1 battle. So I did it. And then I looked at the crew. You know, you go to your barracks. I go, I've got 5. Why have I got 5? So I've got 2 Deirdres now.
So basically, you bought it, stood up, forgot where you were, went to the fridge, had a nice pudding,
Made another cup of tea.
asked your wife, "Who the hell are you? Why are you in my house?"
Yeah. 'Cause that was the neighbour. I actually walked into the neighbour's house and she said, "What are you doing?" I went, "What are you doing in my house?" She goes, "No, you live next door." I went, "Oh, sorry."
You're like, "Oh right, I got to go finish that one mission and get Deidre."
That's the one. Yes.
Well played, sir. Well played. Okay, had some bangers and mash, exactly. So anyway, yes, you can buy them, or you can do it Pilgrim's Way. If that's some kind of pilgronomics, I don't know how it works.
Well, I've got an extra crew member now.
You know what would be funny is get. You know, it's too bad that the voices don't work alone,
Yes.
because you could buy a crew of all of one of them and just have a whole clone crew.
You could all talking to each other.
Yeah.
It'd be like a mother's meeting, wouldn't it? It'd be like the Women's Institute. They'd be like, should we shoot him? No, let's not shoot him. Let's knit something for him. No, let's not knit. Let's do crochet. All right, then we'll do crochet then. How about I go make a cup of tea? Well, you go make a cup of tea. I'll crochet the shell, and then we'll fire it when no, I'll knit. No, and it'd be like a nightmare, wouldn't it?
So anyway, today on Misogyny Talk,
I don't know.
I was more thinking.
That's why just around midnight.
I was
didn't
more
want a
thinking
cat.
about the same person talking to each other. Like if you get the what's the Harley Quinn ripoff girl, Harley Quinn
yeah.
ripoff, and just put all Harley Quinns in your tank. I don't know.
That would be interesting.
Okay, so you can get a Ride Metal Scorpion for nearly $100.
Excuse me.
You can get
You can.
and you're getting some gold and stuff. So the packages they're just nutty.
25 large repair kits, though.
Oh well, geez, that's worth $10 in itself, isn't it?
Yes.
According to Wargaming. Don't buy this; it's horrible. The VK168. Oh my gosh, that I've been playing that a little bit because it's obviously I have 2 of them because I have both versions. So that's in my 100 battle challenge, and oh my goodness gracious! In fact, I'm gonna have a video come out. I think. I don't want to exaggerate. I don't know if it was over 20 shots. I think it was 21, but it might have been more like 18. But anyway, it was something like 18 to 20 shots. 9 of them hit and 1 pinned. Yeah.
When you look at it, you think this is going to be mouse-like. This is going to be, or even Minnie Mouse-like, and then, but it's not, is it?
No.
It's absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
But you look at it and you think, oh, this is going to be fun.
It can have its moments. I know that one of the guys in the clan who likes the German tanks a lot does pretty well with it. But yeah,
Well,
it's tough, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
It-
Anyway,
I
so
mean, it's tough, but you're spending money to have it, so why? I know you're a collector, that's why you've got it, but I would look at that, I would look at the reviews, and I would go, shall I make my own mind up and spend $70 or whatever, or shall I just not bother? And I think I'd not bother, unless I was a collector.
Pale Jedi, I'm with you right there. That I mean, I don't know about the Sue thing. I hear what you're saying, but it's pretty close. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
cheap shot, that, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what might be the feedback?
What might be a feedback?
The feedback that I'm getting from you.
Yeah, no, what might be? Is it me?
I don't know, but I'm wondering, do you have more than one mic live?
No, this is what I said to you earlier on. I went through
Yeah.
Windows and I've disabled every single, because I've got a mic with the camera, which is disabled. I've got a mic here, which is disabled. So those are the three, and the Solarcast. So that's the three mics.
Yeah.
But this is the only one that's live. The
The
other
three.
two are disabled.
The three mics.
Yeah, sounds like a comedy thing, doesn't it? The three mics, Guido and the three mics.
Right,
So
Bravo
I've
Mike.
disabled all of
So
those in Windows.
so it's a
I don't know
delay.
what else.
so it's a delay of some kind. But not always.
Do you- Well, look, if I go into my settings for Discord and do voice and video, the input device is the Solarcast and the output is the Cloud Stinger, is these headphones. So there's nothing else. There's nothing that I can see is...
Yeah, he should only be getting audio from me through his headphones.
Yeah, what I also do is mute the stream, because otherwise...
Yeah, that's what I do. That's because it's not that. That's the most common thing right off the bat. I've got that muted as well. But it's
Yeah.
only when I stop talking. If it was the stream, it would be a constant as I talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Where were we? We were
Right.
shilling. This is a terrible shill. Poor
It is, isn't it?
poor Orzanel is still hanging out down here. I guess that's just not a big deal. Is it? I don't know, guys. Anyone with more marketing acumen than me, is that just really not a big deal to be separated this far down at the bottom? I just feel like you put your important stuff at the top. I mean, they usually do, right? That's how it usually goes. This is
Yeah, well, the one they want to sell the most is they stick up top, don't they? Hence why you've got the Coven of Witches,
Right.
you know, up the top, because it's what's prime today.
Yeah.
So, and then lower down you put because a lot of people will scroll so far and they go, nah, not interested, and then they won't even get to poor old Orza. They'd be like, me, hello, me.
By the way, thanks for the follow. Somebody just followed and I totally missed it. Where is it? I need to get my third screen so I can do this the right way.
You really do,
Yeah.
yes.
Anyway, thank you so much. Welcome. Somebody chuck out us. Who is it? Say something again. Anyway, the 131 is actually pretty good for a tier 6 heavy. I like both of the HT number 6 and the 131. Is there another one? Is there a third tier 6? I don't know.
No, I don't know. That's a very good question.
Yeah, I think maybe it's only 2. They never hide decals on other pages at the bottom. You can also get the Lance and Sea. We've got these other packages. Here's poor Orzanel down at the bottom, so you can still get those. Remember that you can get your Prime points and pick one of those up for free eventually.
Yeah, if you're with Prime. I think that was Bravo Mike that followed.
There it is. Maybe it is. Hold on, let's find out. I can do this. I just have to click stuff. You know what I mean? It was
Well,
Benrix. Benrix. Thank you, Benrix. Hopefully he's
right,
still here.
yeah.
Apologize for not seeing that earlier. Welcome to the stream. All right, this is the worst shilling of all time.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are you at now? Hang on, let me just see.
I'm just looking at gold. It's whatever. Gold is gold.
Gold? Yeah, it's...
Nothing really
Yeah.
new there. We come over to the specials. It's a lot the same stuff. We got the Rhine Metal, the Lanson, the 131. How much do they want for the 130? 22. So can you not get this without buying a daggone package? It appears so.
You can or you can't because it looks like,
Here you can't. Maybe on the other page.
yeah, possibly.
You're going to pay $22 and get some gold and some other crap with it right there. You can use a coupon. This is one of the ones I don't have actually. I don't have the 131. I think I only have the 6. HT6.
Oh, okay. All right. Why? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Why not the 131? Just because you never got around to it?
I don't know. Just for whatever reason, I never bought it. It was never a reward that I got in a box or anything like that.
Okay.
They have the Brothers in Arms, but is it 0? Probably not. So, but it is a Brother in Arms crew. So there you go. You get a crew. You get a crew.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Right? I'll tell you what I'll do. This is live on air. I'm going to buy you for your birthday the Tiger 131. How about that? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now.
Okay.
All right? Happy with that?
Sure, man. Much
You have to
appreciated.
send me your in-game name and the server that you play on. I shall do it now, sir. Where are we? What do you want? Which one do you want?
Which one do I want? The cheapest one.
There's packages. Well,
Obviously, the cheapest one if you're going to do that.
well, I've got coupons to give away. You know what I mean? I've got coupons.
Yeah, well, I don't need 30 days of premium, that's for sure. So definitely the cheapest. Hold on, let's go over to tanks before you do that,
All right.
and see if it's actually just available as the tank. Oop, it might be. No.
There you go.
Yes. No. 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 Wait, maybe it's available down here. Is it a standard tank that's available? No, the heavy tank number 6 is a standard one that's available.
I'm getting you the collector's gem. Never mind that.
No, don't get the big one because I don't need that.
I'm not getting the big one. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
next one down. The collector's gem.
Oh, it's a gem.
Sorry.
It's a gem.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
There you go. I'm
All
going
right.
to put on the message, happy Geburtstag.
Geburtstag.
Yeah.
That means sheep in German.
Yeah, it does mean it's a bovine sheep.
Happy sheep. Ovine, not
Bovine
bovine.
sheep.
Ovine.
No, it's a bovine sheep. It's an ovine.
Oh god, it's some mutated combo of sheep and cow. Oof.
Now, you sure you haven't got this before I do this?
Yeah, I haven't got it. All right, so here's my promise to you. Then I will put the
All right.
witchy crew in there because it's a 6-person.
Oh, yeah, that'll
Tank.
do.
So
yeah.
the 131 will be the aforementioned discussion between, the ladies thing. Pilgrim went over.
Oh,
on
okay.
about. You know what I'm saying? So
All right.
that'll be
Yeah,
the.
no, I'm down for that, bro.
Yeah. That's going to be
Right.
the coffee clutch. Clatch?
Right.
Is it clutch or
Clatch.
clatch?
Clatch.
It's clatch, right? With an A, right? Coffee
Yeah,
clatch.
that's the noise. That's what noise means. There you go. It should be in there soon. There you go, dude.
Holy cow, I got a parcel. Hold on.
Well, hey.
What happened? Oh, it's taking me over here. Hold on. Oh, let's turn this off. Hopefully I didn't just disclose all kinds of things. Let's see. Many Pilgrim sent me this gift. Decline.
Behave.
All right, I've accepted it. Where is it?
Cool.
Wait, hold on.
I've got the email.
There it
That'll
is.
be-
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen. Boom, right here. Look at this. Live on air.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me. All right, let's go check it out. We have completely been derailed, but that's okay. There it is, Tiger 131. I like it. All right, fellas, get out. Coffee clutches. Heading in.
Heading in.
Heading in. We'll do this later, but as you can see,
Yeah.
come over to the barracks, and we just need a cat. Every good clutch needs a cat.
Every new class needs a cab.
All right. I am definitely getting canceled. Pilgrim's
think?
fault. It's Pilgrim's fault.
It's all my fault.
But if I came out of it with a Tiger 131, then it was well worth it.
Alrighty.
Thank you. All kidding
Thank you.
aside, thank you very much. Thank you for the cup. Thank you for the 131.
That's all right. There's not many people that say you got a mug with a saucer and a tank for the birthday.
I also have a cool shirt. Unfortunately, I wore it the other day and it was dirty, but he sent me a shirt that's got all the controllers. Now,
Yeah.
they are console controllers. Still, though, I am a gamer. I do enjoy consoles. I'm just PC Master Race mostly. But thank you for that as well. Very cool.
No, that's fine, mate. I thought size small would fit.
Well, I am an American. I am an American extra large. So
Oh, are
it's
you?
it's a
Okay.
little tight on me for the Brit extra large. I'm working on that. My intention is that eventually I will easily fit in. It fits, but it is a little snug. The nice thing is, when in the winter around here, I'll wear a jumper or a sweatshirt, we call it, and that's a nice one to put underneath there because when I go to work, I'm basically just playing a big video game anyway. So that's my little secret, and I've got my.
Gaming.
Essentially it is. Essentially, my job is playing a big video game for the military. So that's awesome. All right, what were we
Great
doing?
stuff.
What were we doing?
I don't know. I think we were shilling, but I've just switched that off.
Well, yeah,
Let's close that down.
Terrible. All right. I don't. There's just nothing major going on here. I think with that other. We're finishing up the witches thing with a pumpkin smash bash. We got Battle Pass in its last throes, so we got about 30 odd days left in that, I think, and then we got Onslaught going on. So those are kind of the big things.
Here's the trick I missed with Onslaught, although I don't think the ping would be very good for me. I could have played Onslaught on the South American server because the time difference would have been different to it is with the States. So actually, I could have done Onslaught on the SA server, but the ping is like something crazy, like 200. So I would probably like elasticate.
Foreshadowing was the word. That's good foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
Because we are going to talk about that a little bit, but not right now.
Okay.
Not drones, no. Simulator. Doing training, simulator training. Oh, okay, man. Let's
Hail
see.
Jeddah, that's not a bad ping.
That's not a bad thing.
Where are you? The moon?
Closer to EU than SA, so I get... Oh, no kidding. Yeah, on the East Coast, more than likely. Yep.
Yeah, East Coast. I mean, that's why I can play at the NA server quite easy because it's only 90 odd ping.
Yeah.
But, I mean, EU's only like 10. I actually get worse lag on some of the EU servers than I do on the NA.
My best EU is
Weird.
about 140. It's usually more like 60 to 180. 160, 180.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else we got with missions and specials. Million Pugs is still going on. As we talked about last week, make sure you keep checking that in your depot. You should be still getting coins for the Twitch stuff if you're a Twitch Prime person. So watch out for that. The right
You
meow. Go ahead. Go over.
Sorry, no, go on. Right meow is Commander AF's thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Saying. See?
There you go.
Reference. Anyway, the did we mention the Battle Pass points?
Yes, we did last week, but we'll
did.
do it. So again, remember your Battle Pass points. You can see right here that I have 533. So I finished my 3 chapters. So remember to go in there and spend your points. Right now, I'm waiting for 1,000 points each time before I spend it
That
because
gets
I'm
you bonds,
getting bonds.
doesn't it? Yeah, I'm buying. Yeah, I'm buying
Yeah.
bonds. Yeah, absolutely.
But you've got to finish all 3 of your. No, that's the witch stuff. You got to finish all 3 of your chapters, which I have finished.
Can
Cool.
I say live on air? Can
No.
I, just as a tangent, I'm going to say live on air. See, you've done that for me. That's a very kind. I'm actually quite chuffed with that. You wouldn't believe how chuffed I am. I walk around the house with that, showing it to the house general. Can I just say, I do hope your house general is as understanding and likes it as much as I do, because I do believe you've got an avatar of your house general knocking around somewhere on a mug, and I think you're taking a big risk, my friend. Big risk.
Big risk of what?
Putting an avatar of your house general on a mug.
All right, so I ordered it. It's in a shelf. I am unsure as to whether it gets unveiled or not.
It's a Christmas present. That's going to go down so well on Christmas Eve.
It is a Christmas present, and it'll be interesting. But there'll be the standard cat. She knows with me when a lot of times when I get her a gift or something I'm unsure of, I always caveat it with, "Look, it's never going to hurt my feelings if you don't like it."
It's not the not liking; it's whether she pokes you in the eyeball with a sharp stick.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool looking. It's not a gnarly elbow, so it's
It's not gnarly elbow.
to me, it was really interesting what I came up with on Midjourney with that one. It was really, it looks a lot like her, which is kind of crazy.
Well, I would very much like to give you all the information off air about my house general, and you put one in and send me an avatar with it, because I want to print it out and give it. I mean, if it's a gnarly elbow, all the better. I'm so happy if you do that. I can give it to it framed up in a gold frame, printed out. Gnarly elbow, wife of Pilgrim.
Yeah, but see now you're trying to drag me into a.
Absolutely.
You're trying to make me causal in the accident. I don't want to be causal.
Well, I've told her already. I said he's done an avatar of his house general. I said I might get one done for you. She said, you do that, and you will never see daylight again.
I will.
I don't know what that means.
I will physically kill you.
Yeah.
All right. What were we doing? Oh yeah,
Where were we?
missions and specials. What else? So Write Me Out. We did that. That's a Breton Panther.
Yeah. One of them.
Interestingly, tier 6 premium on that one. There's a new Prime gaming package out there, guys, called Witchcraft or something. There's no commander, but you do get some of the consumables if you're interested in the Pumpkin Bash. So make sure you grab that. Pilgrim is Andy Capp.
Yeah. That is so true. Thank you.
Well, there you go. He actually is.
There you go.
It's the second
Yes,
career.
They modelled me on the model handicap on this.
Yeah. Battle Pass Season 9 ongoing, as we said. You can buy your Pumpkin Crew for gold. As Pilgrim noted earlier, you can indeed have more than one.
Yeah. Bravo, Mike. No, you weren't nuts for ignoring Pumpkin Bash. If you really want the crew, you can buy them.
So let's just delve into it right now, even though we're on missions and specials.
Let's do it.
We'll kind of roll back and forth because it's what we do. The thing about it, man, is if it was still 7 times to get the crew member, I would say you weren't nuts. But they sort of gave you the head fake,
Yeah.
and now it actually is relatively worth it. But really, you're only playing it to get the crew member. I didn't quite enjoy it,
No.
so it's a weird thing. So
Well,
it's not
like I said, it's a game for 12-year-olds, isn't it? Mode.
Exactly. So it's not a straightforward answer, Bravo Mike. I don't think you were. It was, you're kind of wasting your time to get a crew member. So, that's, in my opinion anyway.
Yeah. But effectively, it takes 20 minutes, half an hour.
Right. So
your
just
time
around midnight has
to
the
get
other
the crew
piece.
member.
Yeah, it's much easier.
Yeah.
But if you think about
Yeah.
the 7, because when it was 7, because
Yeah.
most of the games don't end in caps, most of them go the full 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 7 games, that was 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you got lucky and maybe 1 or 2 of them was a cap win. On occasion that happens, but the vast majority are all 15 minutes. So that was a lot of time just to get a crew member.
Yeah. And Gator makes a very good point there. For me, these modes are exactly that, a fun diversion holiday mode. Good fun to play. If something comes out at the end of it, like a crew member, great stuff, but fun to play in the first place. This was just a grind to get a crew member originally. Now it's only like 3 battles and you're done. That's fine. I can just about cope with that.
I know, and that's a terrible. That's kind of an indictment of the whole thing, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very spastic. There's a lot of. It's just spastic.
Yeah. frustrating. It was a mode that made me rage like I used to 6 years ago when I first, or 9 years ago when I first started this. It actually started to make me rage at one point. I was thinking, it got personal. I was like, I hate that Cromwell. I'm gonna find that Cromwell. I'm gonna cave into him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I got into that a couple times with people. They would pile all on top of me and keep coming at me.
Yeah.
And then I would seek them out and make sure I shot them and lit them on fire and all that. And I'm sure they were doing the same thing to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it only takes 3, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And that whole thing about how it was released and the way it was designed and what it was, and then switching it up and all that's a whole nother subject. You know what I'm saying? You could go on forever with the whole design. And that we talked about it last week, the idea of why they did that before I had to suddenly go. But the idea that they didn't want to do such a heavy kind of mode that really is based around Ukraine and Russia and all that stuff. They tried to get away from that and just turned it into a fun little pumpkin bash thing,
Yeah.
So
I guess fair enough. Mustang Cobra in the house. Hello, good day, good morning, good afternoon.
Yo, what's going on, man? Strategy. Yeah, if you get in early, because I play in the mornings, and even early afternoon, if you play tier 6, you'll get 7 or 8 people in the game and on each side. And off you go, and basically it's easy.
Yeah.
I did manage on one. Drove me crazy. I got in. There was 7 players on each side. So I'm like, that's easy. And it was the shield power. So I go in and run around, do my thing.
Yeah.
It's a cap win. I'm like, awesome. It only took 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I come back out. Didn't use the shield power.
Oh.
Did not get.
Oh. You're like,
They wanted it. I was like, computer out the window.
yeah.
So now, and this is probably too late to save some of you anyway, but as soon as I get in, I fire off that power. Whatever it is, and then go on about my game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just hit the button, it doesn't matter, does it? So it's there, it's working.
I just go on about my game.
Yeah. Brilliant.
But isn't it interesting how those little win conditions and all the details of the thing and how that works?
Yeah. It's that makes you have to become actively thinking about it. You can't just roll in and do it.
But their
To
write-ups,
some extent.
the write-ups are always goofy because it's like, I can't remember what it said, but I got the idea from the write-up that you had to. How do you say this? You had to use the power a lot, essentially. Like that, you had to use it more than the other guys, more than 7 or 8 or whatever. Be in the top of using the power, whatever that power
That's
is. You
it.
had to.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
What it really is, you just have to use it once.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly. Just use it. Just don't forget to use it. Why read instructions? Exactly, just around midnight. It's such a burden.
Yeah, exactly. Bitwise.
dear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's how it felt. That's how it felt. Organs, thanks, man. That Pilgrim just gave me that as a birthday present. So we're gonna put the Halloween crew. All right, and I know we keep going on this. It is definitely this Echo is something between you and me because when I get it on Discord, I can see that your little the green thing's going. So that means you're also transmitting my voice. Well, sometimes anyway, and it happens to be. It seems to be when you're talking. So we'll work on that, but I don't know what it is.
My volume down on my headset. Does that make any difference?
No, it's a.
Right, because what is the microphone picking up?
Wayne doesn't. Wayne doesn't hear an echo.
I'll put my headset on the microphone and you talk. Or is that what? If you
His mic is picking up his headset. Oh yeah, there it is.
So you can. So it's that. So if I turn my headset down. To
No, your mic. Your mic, I think, has.
It's too sensitive.
How would it be picking up his headset?
It might be bleeding out. It might be bleeding out from the gaps, you know.
Is your headset just really loud?
Yeah, because I'm deaf, aren't I? I've turned you down a bit now. I can turn the mic sensitivity down if you want. You can try that.
That's crazy to me, though, that your mic would be picking up the headset, because the headset's around his ears.
Yeah. It picks up my house general trumping in the front room.
APA, Woody, what's happening? I like Just Around Midnight's idea. I believe next week you should duct tape it to your head.
Well, I don't have duct tape, but I've got this stuff. Send me some duct tape.
I want you to wear it like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, as a tangent, I had my eyes tested for safety glasses for work, right? Because I work at an engineering place now and it's quite dangerous. So I had safety glasses prescription. So I had to go and get my eyes tested, right?
Yeah.
And I went down and they tested my eyes and they went, oh, they said, this is quite unusual. I went, yeah. He said, this one, obviously I wear glasses to read and to see this close. So they went, this eye, you have problems seeing things close. But this one's changed. This now has problems seeing things from a distance. So it's like this one sees everything, has problems seeing that. This one has problems seeing that.
Right.
So I thought that after all the prescription was done and everything, I sat with the geezer who you try your new glasses on, you know, that lot. And I said, he said, so what lenses are we putting in these safety glasses? I said, right, I need one in this eye that can read up close, and then I want a lens in this eye that can read distance. He went, never in my 25 years of working in an optician's have I ever heard this. He said, you would be permanently cross-eyed if we did that. And then the old optician come out. He said, no, I didn't say that. I said, you'll need two pairs of glasses, one to see distance and one to see close. I thought he meant the lens in each one. I'd be walking around not being able to see anything. Isn't that crazy? Oh, and also apparently
is that the medical version of Pilgronomics? Is that Pilgrimetics? Pilgrimetics.
Oh, I don't know. What if it's just cheaper to get one pair of glasses with a different lens in each one than two pairs of bloody glasses?
I mean, that's what bifocals are, I believe, as Wayne said right there.
Oh, is it? Oh, I can't do those. I'll fall over if I wear those.
I had to go to the DMV and get a new ID here in Florida. That the federal standard in the States is called Real ID or something, so it's got some extra stuff on the ID, so it can't be faked and all that stuff.
Sure.
And so Florida's coming into compliance with it slowly as people. So I'm one of the last ones. I mean, I must have got my last driver's license right before that law was passed. So this year it came up, and they're like, hey, this Real ID thing is starting next spring. You're like, you got to get a new ID. So I'm like, yep. So it was expiring on my birthday. So I go down there, and dadgummit, if they didn't give me a daggum eye test. We haven't done that in the States for a million years, like redoing licenses. So I get in that little thing, and I'm like, crap, and because my eyes have been going worse. Driving's not a problem. I can still read stuff. It's the far stuff is fine. It's the close stuff that sucks. But you never know what you're going to get when you get it. Put your head in the little thing, you press the button, and
yeah.
So I go in there. She's like, can you read line 5? I'm like, oh, that's easy. So I'm like, do. She goes, well, no, you started in the middle and did the middle and right one, but read the left one. I'm like, there is no left one. Like, there's a box and there's nothing in it that I was seeing.
Wow.
So I start kind of shifting around a little bit, and she's like, "Are you squint? Are you closing one eye?" I'm like, "Well, I am now because I can't."
I can't see anything.
I've never run into this. You know, when I always breezed through all that stuff when I was flying and younger, but I had to, and I don't know, maybe it was just the position of my head. It probably was, but
Sure.
eventually I got
Yeah.
it in the right spot, and boom, there's that other side comes up, and I read it real quick. I'm like, holy crap.
Did you point out it's your machine, not my eyeball?
What I should have done is listen to other people. I've heard that one too, because the seats are really close, and you can hear them. You hear them, and you just memorize what they said, and you just.
Yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't a problem of.
Also,
I could see the letters, no problem. It's just that one side was not there by the way I was looking in. It was weird.
because they hadn't had it set right for
Probably.
you know.
Or I have
Basically,
some,
it was like that, was it?
or my
You
left
got-
eye, or my
your
left
glasses
eye,
on like that.
or I need a pair of glasses where one is far vision and one is short vision. Pilgrim Medics.
That's it. That's it. Apparently, I'm gonna be Captain Jack Sparrow when I get older. My grandkid's gonna love this because I've got macular degeneration in this eye, and I said, "What the heck is macular degeneration?" And the optician said, "Over the next few years, you could, not that it would, but you could end up going blind in one eye." I said, "Does that mean I
Aw.
can get to wear an eye patch?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, if you want to." I said, "Great, my grandkids will love this because I'll be a pirate."
Holy crap! All right,
Imagine if we're still going. I could wear a tricorn, have long curly hair, earrings, and an eye patch.
Arr!
Pilgrim the pirate. Yeah, worships. Yeah.
Oh, Brew, why
Yeah.
are you taking an eye exam every 6 months? Is it not
Who
yearly?
is?
Well, he's
Wow,
he's
every
actively
2 years,
flying.
me.
He's actively flying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, but it was always a yearly thing, so I don't know. Must be something with his company or whatever.
Randall guessed. Randall guessed the letters. Got it right.
X
It's fairly standard on. Is A Z.
ZBA4. There's no number, sir.
Yeah, bitwise. I'll come to Florida as a pirate.
Oh wow! So the FAA requires every 6 months. Oh, that's a pain in the rear end.
Is it paid for? Is it paid for by the FAA or your company? Or
Probably the
whoever
company.
you're
I think the
flying for?
company probably pays it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was a tangent and a half. What were we
It was. It was
talking
a nice. That was a nice cup of coffee too. I quite enjoyed that. In my nice bucket mug.
Bucket. Yeah, that'll wake you up. Says something like that at the bottom, doesn't it?
Well, there you go. Class 1 is every 6. I was not aware.
Look at that.
Having not done such a thing. Interesting. Class 1 medical. Partially oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's all right. He's cranking. Don't feel bad for him. He's making like $895,000 a year. That's not
Absolutely.
true, but
That's why Loblo retired, because he was a commercial pilot in the end, wasn't he?
was it? I didn't know he was doing that. Was he doing commercial
Well,
for a while?
yeah, what he's done now, he's retired and become a house father, whatever they call him, a house husband. He makes me laugh because he's like
Pool
he
boy.
talks a lot about different products to clean the house with. I'm like, seriously, you need to get a set of cojones, mate. You know, I don't want to know about what bleach products you're using for your toilet.
Dude, go work at Walmart, man.
Yeah,
Go work at Walmart. Do something.
yeah, go do something. Do
Oof.
something manly for crying
Yeah.
out loud.
Yeah. Okay. What other missions and special stuff did we have? Let's take a.
There's loads, though. There is lots missions.
There's
missions.
a lot of stuff going on for sure. Let's come over here and see what we got in the UI. Anything on events showing up? No. Okay, didn't think so. We got Pumpkin Bash,
Yep.
so that you got to play that to do it. We got the Onslaught stuff. I've already done that. You probably that was 50,000 for 20 battles. I am currently, my friends. We'll talk about Onslaught later. Special Commander AF. There it is. So you get some croissant and strong coffee. I approve of both.
Yeah.
It's French, but whatever. It's good. It tastes
Yeah.
good. WG-111-5A, Watt Salute. That's for the veteran stuff. Weekly Watchers. This is where you get, well, the coin. I guess I already got the coin. Another Watt Salute. The Progetto Mark 65 or Mod 65. Battle Pass stuff is done. And that's kind of it, man. I have a bunch of
Yeah.
times fives down here. That's where you'll find your times fives, by the way, guys, down here.
Yeah.
And we got the daily. So not a whole lot going on as far as in the UI itself. Really, though, it's Battle Pass. You know, the Million Pugs stuff. Wait a minute, was Million Pugs gone? Is that over?
No, it wasn't there. No, it wasn't there.
Maybe it's over.
Well, it's definitely not mine. I didn't see it on yours either.
There is an article up. There's something else going on with it. Oh, I think it's... how did that just happen? That was weird. All right. Never seen that happen before. Talking to myself. I slid a window over and it actually went behind the window on the other screen. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. I don't know why. So Million Pugs has something else going on. I think they're trying to get you guys to sign up for it because that's the hard sell, right? Initially they did the free missions and whatnot. Now they want you to go to Million Pugs, sign up, link accounts, do all that stuff. There's these... I don't know how you get 58,000 pugs. That sounds like a lot. I'm assuming you spend a lot of money on stuff and you get your pugs, and eventually you would have 58,000 to get yourself a Bat Chat, a Scorpion, a Lurva, or an E25, because we need more E25s in the game.
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah. Crescents. Get them crescent rolls.
Get them crescents.
You know why Americans call it that? Call them crescents, right?
Because of the shape. You're so simplistic, aren't you, really, you Americans?
Sort of. No. Hey, now look. Well, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna show. Let me learn you something. All right.
All right, I'm in a learning mode.
I'm gonna learn you something. Hold on. It's really kind of a, I'm gonna call it bastardized-ish, I guess. But here, this is why. Pillsbury has a dough thing in a can that you can chuck into your oven, and they're delicious.
I know it well.
They're made of all the
Pillsbury well.
They're made of all the finest chemicals.
Yeah.
You know, they last for 900 years. They fluff up immediately.
Yep.
They're nothing but carbs and sugar and chemicals.
Good
But-
things for your body.
They're called crescent rolls. That's
Why?
why we call
Why?
because they sort of look like a croissant, but they're not. So that's why I think, in my opinion, they've been around. So Americans just call croissants crescents, just largely because they look like a crescent, but also because of these rolls that they're more familiar with.
Okay. The one thing I have learned from that, because it's a learning curve and I'm in learning mode, is that Pillsbury is an American company. I always thought it was a UK company. Wow. Because Pillsbury Doughman has been on the adverts on telly for years.
Yeah.
Little geezer, and he tickles his tummy and he goes,
Yep.
Pillsbury. That's an American company. Oh, well, blow me down with a feather. Blow me down with a feather. I thought that was a UK company. Well, I stand corrected, sir.
And they make
Well, we don't have companies in Pittsburgh, not really.
they make crescent rolls, and that's why
Crescent rolls.
That's why an American will get a crescent instead of a croissant.
I'm quite happy to say crescent because I can't be doing French.
I'm
anyway,
probably
so
really
I'm
reaching on that. I'm probably really reaching on that, but that's my theory. That's Guido's theory.
It's your. Are you getting an echo now? I've turned this down.
I am not, actually. It was you the whole time, my friend.
It was these. It was these, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Powerful mic, you see.
That-
Buy a solar cast today.
That
It'll pick up your good.
actually blows my mind that it does that.
Cool though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just imagine what else it's picking up. The neighbour and all
Yeah.
sorts.
Yeah. Whatever
God, yeah.
shenanigans are going on over there.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Just around midnight. French. French is a medical emergency.
Like a seizure of some kind, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kleenex versus tissue and band. Yeah, there you go. What exactly? It's a brand association. Coke. A Coke's a Coke. Or,
Yeah, now isn't that funny?
depending on where you are in America, a Coke is any kind of soda.
That's what I mean. When people say, oh, it's not as literal as that, but when people say Coke, it can be Walmart's cheap version, but it's still Coke.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get a glass of Coke, but it's actually the cheap sugar-free stuff you get from Tesco's or Walmart.
America has it's really interesting the different regions what they call some
Right.
sodas are pop or soda pop. It's a Coke, a cola,
Right.
and they have kind of varying meanings. What are some of the other ones, guys? Coke. Those are the ones I can think of.
So,
Coke,
so
pop,
there are
soda.
places in the United States where Coke is just the generic term for soda.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
You want a Coke, which is some kind of soda. Generally, mostly Coca-Cola, but could also mean just a cola of some kind.
Right. Or Pepsi or lemonade
Yeah.
or
Someone say you want a pop or a soda pop,
right.
which
Okay.
can be any flavor of soda pop.
Oh, I like this.
Soft drink, that's
I like
right. Gator soft drink. Forgot about that. There's another one.
That's very much a UK thing as well. Soft drink. You want a soft drink?
Yep.
Oh, right. Look at that. In Texas, it's soda water.
I'm glad
Massachusetts, it's a tonic. See,
we sorted
there-
that.
There's the history to Coca-Cola. Not advertising Coca-Cola. There are good products out there not called Coca-Cola. But there's the history because it was originally marketed as a tonic, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah.
it was supposed to be beneficial to your health and all that sort of
Well,
stuff.
because it had cocaine in it.
It did. Yeah. Everybody felt better on it. Oh, this is
It had
nice.
coca. Well, it did. It was actually yeah.
Yeah, I feel a lot better now. My
Yeah.
arm's hanging off, but I'm
Hey.
laughing about it.
All of a sudden, I'm feeling nice.
Yeah.
All right, I am almost done with my coffee, which means I need a refill. We're also at an hour.
Alrighty.
We are going to take a 5-minute break, my friends, and we will be right back with subjects du jour. We got a lot of good stuff on that. Where's the break thing? I don't know.
Oh,
All
I
right,
don't
here
know.
we go.
Press one of them buttons.
Guido is his name, Tankin is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, Tanking is his game. Guido. Now in the shadows came a mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what? If you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. To the swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few.
All right, folks, we are back. All right, so Pilgrim, I went in to use the restroom, and House General is sitting up in bed reading her book.
Good.
And I walk by and look at her and go, well, Pilgrim would be proud of that ocular situation because she's worn glasses for reading since I've known her. And she does go to the eye doctor a lot. Hello, Evil Burger. And as she's sitting there, I see this.
Love it. Absolutely love
Yeah.
it.
So for reading, she has two glasses that sometimes she'll put on, and
Yeah.
I looked at him like, you should go get new reading glasses.
Go get your eyes checked.
Yeah. So, I mean, on the one hand, I'm giving you points for ingenuity.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was awesome. All right.
Absolutely brilliant.
Subjects du jour. What do we have? Well, here's an interesting little thing over on the Armored Patrol. It looks as if RU is starting to do a little bit of their own development. So there's an article there about their lower tiers. They're changing up the matchmaker just a bit.
Really? Okay. Well, that's interesting. Are they not getting lower tiers in then? Or is this the problem?
I don't know. All I know is that they're adjusting the matchmaker for RU, which you would expect if they split apart like that. Eventually, you would start to hear, different things that the different regions are doing.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is that remember the good old days when any tier could be matched against any tier. So you'd have a tier 2 with a tier 10 battle. If they were to go down that road again, they're
not going to do that because they're already used. Yeah, it was that was early days. They're already used to the old. So I think what's probably happening is they just have less people now because they had so many switch to EU.
So what they're talking about a 3-tier spread then?
I don't know. I didn't read it. All I know is they're adjusting it for
okay.
tier 4 or 5. I mean, I didn't get into the super details, but I know that they had long queue times, so they're doing something with the matchmaker.
Okay, fair one.
Evil Burger, my
my
advice would be, obviously, download the game, start playing it a little bit, play at the lower tiers for a while. Don't be too worried about zinging up through the tiers too fast. You would probably want to get to like tier 5 and pause there for a while and just learn the game. If you like it at all, I would recommend grabbing one of the small packages, so to speak, a 3-day premium package or something with a little bit of gold. You don't really need to do that immediately because if you do all the missions and things that they have for new people, you will get a little bit of gold and you'll get a tier 6 tank and some things. So they actually really have a lot of goodies for you. I would also recommend that you get is it the mentor program?
Yeah, get somebody to mentor you in.
Yeah, try to find somebody with a mentor program because that will get you another free premium along the ways. So there you go. All right, O'Brute.
Oh,
Right on, man.
see you, O'Brute.
All right, have a good one, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Added bots to 1 through 5. There you go, Cliffy. Yep. I absolutely wish I had one, Woody. I do not have, although I have my starter code. What? Oh yeah. Try this code. Where's his name? Evil Burger. I don't know if it still works. If you have not built an account yet, that code and other CCs have their own. And again, I don't know if it's still working, to be honest, but it'll get you a tier 5 premium. I think what was it? It was the RAM 2. It'll get you, I think, a little bit of gold and some premium time. If you've already made your account, it won't work. That's a new account thing. But the other CCs have them as well. And I think you can find the links on the webpage somewhere.
I think for me, just to add a little bit to what you've said there, by all means, get a lower tier premium to do the credit grind to get some money into the bank. But don't be in a rush to get into the tier 8s or even the tier 9 premiums, because you are just going to get into battles where you're going to really, really struggle to understand what's happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're going to get a premium, there are some. I think there's a tier 3 premium you can get, which is on the shop, in the shop. You know, get that to grind some money. Get your credits up. That's where you're going to be using a lot of time, is trying to get your money together to get yourself, and also your XP to do your grind through the modules. One thing I do is I don't use XP to move myself to the next tank. I use the XP to get the next modules within that tank. So rather than use XP to try and get up to the next level, just keep the grind going, but use your XP to get the better gun, the better turret, the better so on. But yeah, like Guido says, don't be in a rush to get up to tiers, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because you're gonna hate the game because you just get murdered every day.
Evil Burger, thanks for the follow, man. That link I just put down there is my YouTube channel. There's 2 playlists in there. I need to update. No, I think I actually have it on there. There's 2 playlists. One is called Quick Tips, and that is anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Just real simple tips on the game and gameplay. There's another one it's a little bit dated now, but I started an EU account last year, and it says something like new players start here. It's another playlist. That's another good one if you want to take a look at that. And obviously a lot of other community contributors and people have great videos out there on how to go for it. So all good advice from those guys.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find, and this is not because I'm sat on the same channel as Guido, but you'll find with Guido that there's in-depth analysis and details that will help you out. A lot of CCs just put content in, and that's up to them. That's fine, but it's not a learning content. It's just, look what I can do. There are a number of CCs who will do the same as Guido and go, okay, this is what you need to do to get better. But definitely check out Guido's YouTube channel. And I'm not being paid to say that.
He's being paid a little bit to say that.
Oh, a little bit, yeah, all right.
All right, we have more Super Test map possibilities coming out, and this one is Mountain Pass. And if these go through, this is a significant change to Mountain Pass. The only problem with it is it doesn't really open it up. It's still going to be a canalized map.
Oh, is it? That's a shame. Yeah, they could have done so much with that.
That being said, this sniper position on the southeast side has been lowered.
Yeah.
And from this side, it looks like this. Boom, just lowered it down, so it's a little bit easier, they said, to get up there. Oh. The big flat area has rocks added. Right in the middle of it.
Right.
That's on. Yeah, you can see the same thing from here. There's rocks added, so they talked about being able to approach. Although I don't know, this is all still open. So how you would get over here to use these?
Yeah.
In approach is I don't understand. It looks more like a defensive possibility to me.
Yeah.
Falling back here and hiding and trying to stop people from pushing. Over here, look at this. So this corner looks like this now. They've actually put a ramp there with a sniper position. Oh, great. So put your hold down monster there and just, punish people.
That's looking over the bowl, isn't it?
Yeah,
yep. Yeah.
See, here it is on this side. That's what it looks like now.
Wow.
That's what they're talking about.
That's effectively made the whole of the bowl, including up to the ice road, a dangerous place to be.
Well, this side has many more possibilities. They can sit back like this other side here can right now, but they've added a rock in the middle of this. So it's interesting. I mean, it's more cover. At least you have some things to kind of leapfrog to. So I think it will be useful in both directions. But I'm with Bitwise. The map is horrible to begin with, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And then check this out. This is hugely different. Look at this. Boom. Big old rock right in the middle.
Oh, good grief.
So it looks like...
Which means you can come down the ice road, filter right, and then you've got access to shoot through... Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it just really is different. Big cutout right here, right now. The other nice thing is you're not going to get shot in the side over here trying to fight in this area from people out over this way. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. But now, if you're a TD sat at the top of the ice road, you can't get down into that corner. Can you?
Well,
you know, like TDs will sit at the back of the ice road coming from the.
yeah,
know,
yeah. It looks like you
storm.
still have some shots into maybe this area, but yes, they have cover to push up a little closer to you now. But this was always such a stagnant,
Yeah, yeah,
thing. This is another view. Oh, this is the other side where here's the sniper nest up here, and
Yeah.
you didn't get exposed till you come around the corner. They've knocked that down. I don't
Right.
think you can get to it. It doesn't look like, unless maybe there's some boost there. I don't know, but that's so this side can shoot. And we're going to show you right here. Apparently, this side can shoot into that fight down there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great, but I mean, it just looks like they built a lot of sniper camping hold down spots
Doesn't
on this
it?
map.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, this is well needed. Again, crap map, so I'm with Bitwise on this. But they deepened this hole. It's actually easier to see on this one, where you don't get where you can kind of hide and not get shredded just trying to get to
Yeah.
the brawl over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No sense changing it to where this isn't a factor. Just make it
No.
just make it deeper.
Make it deeper. Yeah.
Look at this, bushes being added back in, trees. There's something different.
There is something new. Yeah.
And this looks considerably different. It doesn't look very different from this view, but check this out. This view will show.
Yeah.
That's what it is now. That's what it's proposed.
Yeah.
It's really cutting that off into
Yeah.
just this little. So
Yeah.
crazy. This is the other approach. They call it shoulder, putting a shoulder. You could kind of sneak through these edges here, but now they've done this and given this hold down spot, which means you could defend from here, hold down, or push up here. Crazy. It's nuts, man. This is a significant
Yeah.
change. See, it's
Yeah.
this now, and it's going to go to boom.
Yeah.
Another view of the same thing right here. And then in the middle, they've added a couple rocks, which they call it cover, but they're so small. I don't know.
But oh,
One of the foreground, I suppose you could kind of use, but it looks like they're not big enough to really cover you. So you're still going to get bombarded by arty, and people will take little sniper shots at you. It's fairly big, this rock. The other one's not very big at all over here. It's kind of a whatever. Now this is
well, it's
really
ELC cover, but nothing much more than that. Sorry, you were going to go onto the bridge.
check this out. So currently you can come off of. Currently is this one. You can come off the bridge, off these kind of cliffs, but you can't get back up to the middle.
I'll get back up. Yeah.
Boom,
Yeah.
ramps right there and right there. And maybe even on the
wow.
other side. So you can climb, now you can get up into the middle. So at least it opens up the middle a little bit.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's
I mean,
added a
there's
lot.
always that possibility of coming off the bridge anyway. But like you say, there was no way of getting back
You
up.
get back
so
up.
we've opened it up a little bit.
Yeah. So that's not bad. I think I don't know if it's necessarily going to change the map a bunch, but it could do. I think it's going to give the same basic gameplay more options.
Yeah.
So more options locally with basically, because it's still a channelized map of 3 avenues, and that's about
Yeah.
it. This I liked because now they put this rock down here, so you can't sit up here and camp and shoot people on the bridge.
Right.
Because the
Okay.
other side didn't have that. The other
That's-
side, had no possibility of doing that,
Yeah.
and that always bothered me that you could sit up there and shred poor guys trying to cross, or coming out and getting shots on guys down here or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think overall it doesn't look that bad, and I think it is going to open it up a bit. But these are all the regions they change. I mean, that's a significant change right here. That's a lot of different things for one.
Yeah. I guess, come back to the point, it was well needed, but it still hasn't changed. And I hate using this word, but the meta, I don't think it will change a great deal. You'll still get mediums and fast lights going down into the bowl via the bridge or whichever way it is. You'll get the brawling heavies. You'll get, I don't know. I don't think I think it'll just make different options for the same meta,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. Wayne, the thing about that sniper nest, though, is it can shoot down the approach where it always could shoot. It can shoot people who are trying to poke up in the middle. It just can't shoot people on the bridge, and that was a pretty far shot. I don't think that sniper spot should have had the influence on the bridge like that. So it's more of a close-in defense, I think, really.
Yeah.
Berlin is the biggest standard map at 1050 by 1050 versus 1000 on other, except Mainz and Ensk. Ah, there you go. And it doesn't really play like the biggest map, does it? Because so much of it is useless.
I was just about to say that. It's great having big maps, but if a third of it is unusable for whatever reason, because
Yeah.
it's blocked off or it's it's a building, then there's no point.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to make a map.
Open it all up.
It's hard to make a
Yeah.
map where everything is useful. Although Proc
Yeah.
does a pretty good job, and
Yeah.
I think Malinovka does an okay job. Minus the big field in the middle that
Yeah.
you don't really get in the field, but the field is playable in terms of keeping an eye on
Yeah.
it and watching the edges and,
Yeah.
and using the bushes and stuff.
You can't have the graphics without having the penalties against that. So you can't have nice mountains in the background and things like that and have them playable, because you get mountain goating all day long, which we've had in the past. Many years ago, you could get up on the top of mountains and everything. It was like fantastic. But this is the point. If you want the nice graphics that go with all that, the surroundings, everything else, you're going to have unplayable areas. Otherwise, everybody's everywhere, aren't they?
I mean, I know what you're saying. Just going back to Mountain Pass, the giant mountain pieces in the middle of the map that are completely unplayable. I don't like.
Don't need 'em.
I mean, you could knock those down and just make them hills and stuff, and that map might be
Yeah.
cool. If you just knocked every one of the hills that you can't get up and turned it into something you could drive on, that map could be crazy.
Yeah.
Could be a lot of fun. But I just don't like the ones that are. I don't even know how much of that map's unplayable, but it's at least 25, maybe half of it, 25%, maybe 50. All right, so we got
Which is a huge deal.
yeah. We also have steeps.
Beeps.
This one is mostly on the one side of the map. They're going to give the north spawn a better sniper position. That's what it looks like right there. This is what it is now. And they're going to give them a similar situation to what the south has. The south has a really good defensive position. So the
Well, that's an interesting change, really, I guess.
yeah, I'm conflicted on that. I like that now that maybe they'll have as good a position to defend from as the other side, although I don't see as
Yes.
many bushes. That's
Yeah,
really
I
the
think-
big deal about the other spawn. The bushes up in this defensive position down here
Yeah.
allow you to poke out, shoot, and pull back. Now you'll get spotted when you shoot because there's really no
Yeah.
way to get the 15 meters, or it's
Yeah.
very difficult depending on the angle you're shooting at. Sometimes you can,
Yeah.
but it allows you to poke, shoot without being seen, and then go back to cover when you are seen. This doesn't look like that. It's hard to see though exactly where the bushes are, but it's a more significant defensive position.
Yeah, it might alter the position for that particular side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. No, I think that's okay.
And the final, so they're going to modify this apparently to allow you to kind of leapfrog up a little better, but at the same time, they have finally finished the destruction of this line as an interesting scout possibility and sniper spot because they're removing the rocks.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, we're gonna improve this side of it so people can move forward, but we're going to stop any kind of support capability on pushes from snipers or TDs.
That might as well just be an open field. Do you know what I mean? Might as well just get rid of the mountain and everything. Just make it a field.
No, I am tracking the chat. You guys are talking about TDs and stuff. So I mean, that's a whole nother conversation, and I think it's an interesting conversation. On the one hand, I don't like the campiness and the sitting around in bushes and stuff. On the other hand, I understand some people do, and it is a useful. It does add kind of an interesting element to things. This is a great example here. You could have a TD or two kind of behind these rocks when they existed. We'll just move this thing. Or on sniper positions that are supporting pushes that could be helpful.
Yeah.
And then you could draw people in. And so as long as it's not completely overpowering, that the campers always win, you have an ability to move forward, spot them, and get them. That's tricky. That is really tricky game balance. I just don't see why these rocks matter, because when they deforested this and changed it around, I thought it really fixed the situation.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought you couldn't creep forward up through that stream and
Yeah.
get away with it until you were within proxy. You know, that's how it used to
Yeah.
be. You'd be able to creep forward. Now, the thing that the changes will annoy me is that as part of the team, you have supporting fire. And okay, let's take artillery out of the equation, but you have supporting fire. So you have your mediums, you have your heavies, you have your TDs. They work as it's symbiotic. So your TDs will see the lights that the mediums or the lights are doing. So they'll see the enemy. Your heavies will then engage the ball. Your TDs will give supporting fire. If you remove that element for TDs, and they won't go there because it's now an open field, it removes team play. It means everybody sits in heavies. I just think that's the wrong thing to do. You know.
Well, and it's another remove TD from it, because somebody mentioned you can, it's bitwise, you can play any tank like a TD. That's a fact. So remove from it the whole different classes and just look at the crossfire situations and the support situations on this part of the map. I don't think these rocks were overpowering.
No.
In
I think
fact,
they were useful. They were useful
on
both
occasion, but not
sides.
always, because sometimes
No.
you get people in there that already you get spotted. It's a very small bush that if you're not careful, you can get lit. I mean, I've gone to this spot and just got artied to death because it's pretty exposed to arty.
It is, yeah.
And it can be useful, but it's also not a super strong, impenetrable, I can't push if somebody's there
No.
kind of spot. It
You would
just
have
isn't.
to sit. You would have to sit quite a way back to stay opaque when you fire. So you're virtually leaving yourself open to shots anyway.
And the counter
You know,
to
you'd
it,
have to-
the counter to it before they effed with this map and deleted all these bushes was scouts who could sneak up and see the guy.
Yeah.
Well, they remove that,
absolutely.
and then they're like, "Oh, too strong. Remove that." And now, but we're going to make it easy to push by changing this. No, you're not, because this is all dead ground now.
Yeah.
Now we've got this. Who the hell's going to fight over here? Nobody. This is
It's
of
an
no
open
use
field.
anymore. Yeah.
So it's an open field.
Yeah.
It's going to be like nobody's. I mean, possibly you'll get a light rage around down there and then come away again, but that's about it.
So now what you have is even more hold down, sneaking, pokey poke.
Yeah.
Peekaboo here and here, and then with snipers way back here and snipers way back here, because they also changed.
And the opposite side where that shelf is on top of
So
the
they've
hill.
also changed the sniper
Yeah.
position over here and moved this around a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. It's odd thinking, isn't it?
Yeah.
But hey ho. Do hobbits like camping with smalls? Hobbits don't like camping because you can't get 8 meals a day camping.
No, that's an adventure. Hobbits don't like adventures.
No, we don't do adventures.
No.
Should do a tactics talk on hold down, sneaky poke. Well, we should.
That's right.
I'll tell you, Bugs, you're quite right. Map rotation has just lately, in my opinion, been a little bit poor. You seem to get, especially if you're on the Himmelsdorf map rotation, you get Himmelsdorf every third battle. You're like, really? Again?
Himmelsdorf.
Yeah, Himmelsdorf.
All right. This is interesting. There is I don't really know what to make of this, because 1.18.1.1 is out. But now there's a common test 5 for the same patch number. But it is dealing with the third launch of Frontline. So they've done some changes to Frontline. They're doing a common test for it, but it's the same patch number, which is bizarre, but whatever.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that works when they upload it, but when I upload, I'm on 1.18.1.1. This actually doesn't have the
Yeah.
other .1, so I'm not sure what's going on with that.
I am the same.
I mean, what am I missing here? What does it say? Yeah, 1.18.1.1 is what we're on.
Yeah. You know, there hasn't been a preload to the game center either, so it's not sitting waiting to come on. That I can see anyway.
Yeah, well, I guess that there's a Frontline coming on, so probably November, obviously, sometime in November, because Christmas stuff is coming up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That _A. It's a weird number convention. I'm not sure what is going on there, but there you go. It does say Common Test 5, so it is the same patch. That's weird. All right. What else we got going on, folks? We have Oh, we have another BTZ-76 nerf because they're having a hard time balancing that monster.
They must have put that out so OP at the start. They must have really. I mean, what was the thinking? Well, I guess the thinking is make it as super powerful and then bring it down to a level that would be acceptable, I guess.
Well, it seems to me when they have problems with stuff like that, it's because it's basically with the mechanics. It's often a
Right.
unbalanceable / broken content, which is
Okay.
going to be very difficult for them to balance. That's the surest
What's it got? A
sign.
122 gun? Has it got a 122 gun?
It's like a 200 millimeter or some crazy thing.
Is it? It's a bigger gun. That's
Yeah.
probably a.
I don't know. Yeah, Bitwise, they do have a report here. I think maybe you're talking about the WZ-111 Model 6 was seen in game, and the M47 Patton improved. We've talked about in the past. So these were super test tanks that have been. Some people are playing some of the Stoic. What's happening, man? Obviously, employees or testers or whatever are playing some of these things in game. So these are in game. So people saw them. Probably EU, I'd imagine.
Good day, Stoic.
Yep. Let's see. There was a micro patch, but I think that had to do. Those are just small quality of life things.
Yeah.
Super test. All right, let's talk. Let's talk Onslaught, man.
Yes.
Let's talk Onslaught. So I have actually done a bit of Onslaught,
Good.
and I generally don't do these modes. Go to the service record here. The sweaty try-hard modes, I generally stay away from those. Just so you know, you can get your Onslaught stats if you go over here. Here's mine. A measly 49.5%. I played 202 battles, and I currently have 100 victories. So 100 wins, 102 defeats. So I've got 60 more wins to go in 21 days. Still 3 wins a night. It's an interesting mode, man. On the one, I go back and forth from quite liking it to absolutely hating it.
What's that dependent on?
The six game loss streaks that I continually get, 4 to 6 game loss streaks,
Yeah.
and it feels like a real dice roll. I am apparently not good enough to influence. I'm apparently not good enough to. Interesting you say that, Wayne. Interesting you say that because I rarely do now. There's a couple maps where I will, and sometimes I don't even play it on those particular maps, and that has not helped. It has not helped.
Alrighty. Yeah.
So it appears to me that it makes no difference whether I play a Manicore or a Heavy, to be quite honest with you.
All right. That's interesting. I think Wayne's right. I think it is a heavy tank game. I think it's. I've only played three battles and I got a 66.67% win rate. Hey.
There you go.
I'm leaving it there.
Yeah, 3 battles. So, and see, immediately as I start talking about the tank I play, people are, you gotta play a Heavy. I start with the Manicore, and I'm starting to enjoy it, and this is the other thing I want to talk about. I might turn into a troll. I might turn into a troll because I'll start with the Manicore. I look at the map, decide what tank I'm going to get, like most people do. But the first thing that frickin' people do within 10 seconds is start drooling and typing on their keyboard. No light tanks, heavy only, blah. It's like, bro, shut the F up.
You should play what we want you to play.
Dude. And so that's where the troll comes in. My contrariness is getting the better of me, and I'm about to start playing it and only playing lights.
Yeah.
And
bring an ALC. Well, you can't bring an ALC in, but bring any tier 10 lights.
and I'll tell you, I have been toxic right back. Now, there are people who are loading in Azardi and trolling on purpose. I am not trolling on purpose. I load in and I decide, and generally, especially lately, I am taking heavies more than anything else. But I haven't seen a difference in my win rate between heavies and lights, to be quite honest. And generally, I out damage the multiple guys in heavies. You know, because on one hand, I'm good, but I'm not. I don't feel like I'm good enough to influence this mode enough. to have a high win rate. And I think most of the guys that are doing the high win rates are doing super platoons and probably platoons. I mean, there's the obvious super unicum who can just influence anyway. But
I can't get my head around people not wanting lights into the game, because surely, don't call me Shirley, that the early spot on a 7 versus 7 is critical. The early sighting of the
yes,
enemy is
but
critical.
most pubs can't take advantage of that information.
Yeah, I guess
Right,
you're
so
yeah.
if I get on, say, Redshire, and I grab the spotting thing, and then I head over, say, to the artillery spot at the blimp,
Yeah.
and I prove that 3 mediums are headed over from their side,
Yeah.
and there's only 4 heavies, and we have like 6 guys, minus me obviously, going
Yeah.
to the cat, that most people can't process that those 5 need to pile on, 6 need to pile on the 4 and ignore what
Yes.
the mediums are doing over there. Because if they can take those out, then they can turn. But that is a complete organized kind of concept.
Yeah, that's a clan war.
Yeah,
thing,
and
as
pubs
opposed
can't
to-
take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And I get
just to
that,
bring up
that's-
on what Chubby Panda says is that there's the power up ability that. Sorry, 8 Hussars is a power up ability that lights everything. But if you're in a light, you get there a lot quicker. That's my point. Even if you use that special ability to light up the map,
yeah.
in a light tank, you're going to get there way before anything else. So
And
you've got
on
that
most
ability.
maps, it's not worth going to those spots for heavies or even mediums a lot of times because
No.
they're out of the way. There's a couple maps where it works. Redshire is one of them. You can actually grab that spot with a heavy actually and still get some good SA. Or a light tank, like you said, can get there faster. But that's not all maps. So Redshire is one of the ones I'll use a scout on sometimes. Someone
Yeah.
said CS63 is the best scout. Yep, absolutely. So probably faster mediums are better generally than the scouts.
Well, as you say, fast medium provide same info with better firepower.
Yeah.
Quite right, Cliffy. But the good thing is it's map dependent, and you can change your tank before you go into the battle. So if you do come in with something, you go, oh, actually, it might be easier or better or whatever for the team
Yeah.
to come in as you can swap it over. Yeah.
Yep. So on the one hand, it's absolutely true. It's a DPM and HP mode. Light tanks are at a disadvantage, but a good light tank player can do quite a bit. And if the team's good with a good light tank player, they can create a lot of synergy, but that's very unusual. So if you're going with the high percentage play, you're probably playing heavies, occasionally mediums. There's a lot of really good players. So the reason some of the really good players are playing mediums and accepting less hit points, and sometimes DPM, but not always, depending on the tank, is because they're good players and they can leverage that capability. You probably have to be even better to leverage the light tank's capabilities because they still have some opportunities and advantages. The Manticore has an extra spotting thing, where not only does it spot, but has the spotting airplane. You drop that thing, I have done good work with that, especially on, again, maps like Redshire, where people are on the ridge and bushes and shit, and you can't see them. Drop that spotting thing and find them, and then they're taking hits, and you actually get spotting damage off of that. So it really is in relation to being a good player or not. Generally, the people going crazy in chat are like 49%ers. But that's what they see. That's what they see, right? They're like, oh, this is a heavy HP mode, and generally they're correct. What I would just wish is they would keep their yaps shut. Stop flapping your gum. Give me a second.
Focus on the battle ahead as opposed to telling other people how to play the game, for crying out loud.
Right.
You know?
Yep. I got the map that I banned today. Oh, geez. Are you sure it wasn't, because that does not count for encounter or assault defense?
Yeah.
I bet it was an assault or an encounter. Their gravel load. So that's one of the negatives about that. Good starting tanks, Evil Burger, kind of goes to what we were just talking about. It's going to be your heavies. You probably want to stick with heavies.
Yeah, and definitely the Russian line. I think Wargame tend to try and push you towards the German line when you first start for some strange reason. Just feels that way. But yeah, definitely go Russian line. It feels like the Russian line tier 1, 2, and 3 is a bit anemic, but it's not. And definitely go heavy.
And if you're having some trouble dying too much, think about getting a couple and I hate to say it, but think about getting a couple TDs so you can kind of hang back and use bushes and things and cover and last a little longer in the game.
Yeah. Oh, you started tier 3 now.
Do you really?
Wow. So what's happened with tier 1 and 2 then?
That's weird. I did not know that. That's funny.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's bizarre.
Isn't that
Yeah.
so? Like tier 1 and 2 is like a training tier then.
Probably just not even nobody there, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. 2, 1, and 2 when you start your second line. Oh, okay. There you go. Got it.
Ah, right, got you. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So SA server was disabled for Onslaught. So you can't.
Was it?
Yeah, you can't go to South America. And here's my assumption, and I didn't go there, and I don't see anybody talking about it. But you have to assume that people must have been rigging battles on SA for wins, for points. I wonder.
Okay.
I wonder how many of those
Yeah.
guys that were on the leaderboards were rigging battles in SA.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because, like I said to you before, I missed a trick. I could have gone on the SA server, given the time zone difference would have been better suited for me, and I could have rigged it and been top of the leaderboard.
I mean, you take a clan, you put 2 super platoons together. One of them's the designated loser with sock puppet accounts,
Yeah,
and the other ones are the designated winners. And you just roll
Yeah.
for the evening, 100% or 80 or whatever. Occasionally, maybe you run into another group doing the same thing, but you're probably just cranking out wins. So you're getting the wins for the win condition, but if you do a lot of winning, then you don't lose a lot of points. So you're cranking up into gold and champion and all that stuff.
see, I wonder, and I'm quite sure they do, Wargaming would have a parameter that they would look at to say that's the acceptable win and loss rate that we would agree that is within the mode.
Well, if they look
Any
at it,
outliers from that, they look at it quite closely.
they can
They go,
figure it
"Hang
out. They can figure it out, but they
Yeah.
have to have it passed to them, right? They're not going to sit around. They don't have enough people to sit around and watch all these games. So they wait
No.
for tickets to come in before they really dig
Oh,
into
okay.
some of this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, that would
it'd
make
be
more sense. Yeah.
it'd be nice to think that they had 100 people sitting around watching games. They just don't have enough people to do that.
No, they
crap,
won't have that.
You know,
But they
and
will
then
know the parameters. They will know. They will know when they put the mode out. They will say that 99% of the players will do X percentage winning, X percentage losing. Anybody outside that parameter is an outlier and is worth extra attention.
even that Pilgrim, I don't think they have enough time.
You know?
Also think
Oh,
about
okay.
how many freaking tickets they get that are just
BS.
with zero merit. Right? Yeah, you just
Yeah,
oh, invisible tank killed me, or what? People who just don't know the mechanics, people
Yeah.
who should know the mechanics, conspiracy theorists, people who are just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I mean, I don't know. So back to Onslaught. I've enjoyed it. On the one hand, it's fun when you win and things are going nicely. I'm currently, I think, silver, maybe just barely. I might have fallen back to bronze. That's the other thing that's frustrating about it. You asked me the question about, what makes you like it or not like it.
Yeah.
I think I might be actually bronze. Am I silver? Nope, I'm bronze. I'm at the top of bronze again. I got into silver. In fact, I was pretty close to gold rank, and then I had a pretty bad session. I was above 50% by 3 or 4 battles, and then went, had 4.
Is that? Do you think? I think that's fairly much the norm with these type of modes. Is that? And this is not tinfoil hat time, but I don't think you can win consistently on the ball on every. You know what I mean? To keep that up. I mean, there are some who will
People do, man.
influence a 7 versus 7. But
This guy has 600 battles, and he's got 5,330 points.
yeah. I guess.
I
That's
mean,
just shot me
he's
down the
figured it
throat.
out. Yeah. Well, whatever he's doing is working. OP
See,
hacker. That's
uh,
a name you recognize.
Yeah.
So I've seen him around. He's definitely a good player. He's got. Holy crap! Look how much further this guy is than everyone else.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
See, now that does raise questions, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Wargaming may look at that and then go, okay, let's look at his
Yeah.
gameplay. Maybe.
I do recognize some of these names. November, December. That makes me feel like the same guy owns those accounts, to be quite honest.
It's a clan with month names for each of their players.
Really?
Yeah, you've got January, February, March. I've seen them before. You've got all the months. Now, whether that's one guy with 12 accounts or a group of players calling them,
Are these guys all a super platoon? Okay.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
I would not doubt it. Or at least there are a couple super platoons all up at the top, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, here's 5 cracked guys. There's Give Up. I mean, these are all good players. I recognize a lot of the names right here. So it's certainly not a case of me saying it's rigged or anything. But check this out though. This is interesting. 200 battles with 2,000 points. 459 battles with 2,000 points. So obviously this guy's doing a little bit better per game, clearly, than this guy is. German. Oh, there. Look, German intelligence is there. He's one of the. He's doing nicely. He's one of the CCs. That's the first CC name I've recognized up there. Good on him. He's a good player for sure. So it's very Triggers easy down. I've recognized his name. So it's interesting. This is crazy though. This guy has, almost double the points, double of anyone but the guy right below him, more or less.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right, guys. Since I'm old and have the bladder of a squirrel apparently today, we're actually gonna have a 2-break event.
Thank you.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes, guys. We'll be right back.
You know that cross-eyed thing? It's happening.
Guido is his name, Tankin is his game. Guido is his name, Tanking is his game. Guido. Now in the shadows came a mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with a strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what, if you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek, for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell.
All right, we are back, my friends. We are back. So closing the loop on the whole onslaught thing. Somebody said because you're one of 6, you have more influence. I don't know, man. I feel like I have less. And I think it's related to the fact that if you get a couple bad players or unlucky players and you lose a couple tanks early, it's much more difficult to come back from losses. So I don't know. So Diablo's solo pub the champion. See, and he's just like, whatever, you guys suck. Get good.
Yeah, this is Diablo. You're on a different level. We're talking, talking us, not that.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know how you would do that. I mean, even when I stopped playing the Mana Core and started getting the tanks that should be there, it's crazy. it isn't easy because you just get people wander off and do something, and you're like, holy crap, we are in so much trouble here.
Yeah.
And even if they bring the right tanks, sometimes you just see them where they position. Himmelsdorf is driving me crazy. Himmelsdorf, you get people, get 2 guys going on the hill and 2 guys going to the banana road, and you got 3 guys at the cap. You're like, well, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I
spoke to you about that. I went with I was in a CS, I think, and I had an Italian guy with me, not an Italian guy, another guy in an Italian tank, and we went the hill, and I was thinking if I can get the hill and then I'll flex down the other side. The opposing team just rolled 7 heavies onto the cap, and I couldn't get shots on them, and any shots I got them bounced off them because they could hide behind the buildings and everything. So all they had to do was fend off the other 4 guys on the team or 5 guys on the team, and we couldn't do nothing on the hill.
Yep.
What's the point? The whole. I don't know. You would have to, if not super platoon, at least platoon to make an impact. I think. Of any great extent.
Well, I think it really goes back to skill. There are certainly games that I carried. There's games where I got caught out or unlucky or died first. You got people just, I don't know, it's hard, I don't know. I guess that's why when you're at 50% the game is so frustrating.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then it feels like a coin flip, and then you can start blaming everything else. So it's interesting to be on that. It's interesting to be in those shoes. It's something a little different for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
But bitwise, you're right in that mode, but I would suggest that it is the winner on normal games.
Every once in a while, somebody can get on the hill and do good work sniping, but when you get 2 guys going up there, and then you have 1 or 2 in the banana road, you're just. Great.
But I got seven in the team.
I know. So half of them are off doing nothing, and the other team brings all 7 towards the cap with crossfires. Suppress the guy in the hill so he can't really do good work. Couple 2, 3 jump on the cap, and you're screwed. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the 70s. That's why I'm conflicted. I enjoy it. I do, but at the same time, if I definitely have more loss streaks than I have win streaks. I know I'm about 50%, but that'll be 2 wins, 1 loss kind of things. But the 4, 5, 6 losses in a row, that has happened like 3 or 4 times to me.
Right.
Where I got rolling again, and it's like boom,
as well.
and then you're just like so frustrated because, oof.
Yeah. Well, just coming on to Bitwise's point and also Cliffy's point about the Himmelsdorf. Win the hill and either flex back down to your own base, or if your own base is secure, then you have to get off the hill.
You talking about pubs or 7v7?
Is not a winner.
You talking about pubs or 7v7?
Pubs.
Oh, okay.
But see, Bitwise is saying both. I think. Oh, pubs. Bitwise is saying in pubs. I believe Himmelsdorf Hill is important to win.
Yeah,
it's what you do afterwards.
But that's pubs. We're talking onslaught. Going up there is a complete waste of time.
Well, yeah, going up there is pointless. I found that out.
The only time it becomes valid is if the other team isn't smart enough to capitalize on 1 tank being out of the fight. But sometimes they send one up there too. So at that point, then. Yeah. But if your strat is I'm going to go hill and snipe because I think they might, that's like a losing strat from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the importance becomes how much of your team is siphoned off to stupid places. That's not a strategy.
I think Bitwise is saying both. He's saying in pubs and this particular mode as well, Onslaught. But yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Traveller on Himmelsdorf. Yeah.
Everyone needs to be able to win one. That's true. They also need to recognize an overmatch and capitalize on putting focus fire, but putting multiple tanks on one guy who's in the wrong position, and they can't always see that. And then if you see it and you try to make it happen, and then they're all hiding, and you've got yourself dead. So now you have this weird pub competitive thing where you're like, all right, I want to do the competitive thing, but I want to do that competitive thing, but I'm not sure they're following me. So now everyone's a little more hesitant. It is cool though.
Yes.
When you see the
Yeah.
team is definitely all thinking the same and they're moving the same direction.
Yes.
That's nice. It's very painful if you're on the receiving end of that.
Yes.
Very, very
Yeah.
painful. There was a
I
couple.
think the middle ground for me. I mean, I've only done 3 battles, but logically in my mind, the middle ground to progress in that mode is to platoon, not super platoon, but to platoon. Because if you can have 3 guns
Well, it's only 2.
symbiotically doing the right thing. Oh, is it 2 platoon?
Yeah.
Is it?
Super. Yeah.
Alright, well, if you've got a pair, I guess a pair is more influencer than a single. So if you've got 2 of you doing the same thing, the odds are you're going to come out on a better roll than if you were on your own, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Diablo. I mean, if you're organized, you can get away with, and there's reasons, obviously, just what you said right there, why they send people to some of those spots, because you don't want too many hit points up there. But it can be very effective for pinning down advances or limiting the ability of things to advance and all that stuff. It's just that happens in Onslaught, but it's not that common. It is cool when it happens, though. It's fun. It's fun when it happens. But being on the receiving end of it. On occasion, I have had situations where we just simply got outplayed. Everybody kind of in both teams more or less went where they needed to go, and an ammo rack or the other team focus fired better, or somebody just outplayed someone, and you end up losing. Like, okay, I can handle that. That's fine. They just outplayed us. Good on them. But
I actually enjoy that type of battle where it really is down to the wire and everybody's pulled together and everybody's done the effort, and so is the enemy team. It makes it a lot more enjoyable. And if you lose, I don't feel bad about losing. I feel, actually, that was brilliant. I enjoyed that. I lost it because somebody got that 1 edge extra. That was it. That's quite cool. I hate 15-0 wins or losses.
Like Cliff's a good example, because the winning strat seems to be you go down to the lower ramp area, take that, and then kill whatever they sent.
Yeah.
Maybe you send a guy or 2 to the cap, maybe, to keep them busy, but maybe not. And then, so if you say your team sends 3 or 4 and they send 5 or 6, then you lose 3 or 4 immediately, and it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
Because the other guys went to the cap. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, Diablo's right. You need comms in a 7 versus 7 of some sort.
Yeah.
10 by 10 sounds interesting.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
All right, so that's Onslaught. I've kind of enjoyed it. We talked about Common Test, Pumpkin Bash Smash. They changed the missions. We talked about that already. Just so you know, World of Tanks Assistant is going away if you're using that. It only had stats and things on it, so they're going to stop supporting it, much like they did their login app. So that's headed the way of the dodo. What they said is it'll still be out there and work, but it's no longer in the store, so you can't download it, and it's no longer going to be supported. So I would probably just delete it, because if it has any
Going to be used.
if it has any what's the word, weaknesses or whatever, vulnerabilities, they won't be patching it and stuff like that. So there you go. And last thing is the cheating videos are all the rage right now.
They are indeed, aren't they? I guess this Klaus has got a couple out there, has he?
Yeah, I mean, basically he's just shining a light, and I know Quickie Baby talked about it too. He's just shining a light on the rigging stuff, which is everyone in the world knows it's going on. So it's not a new thing. It's not like somebody discovered that it's happening. It's just watching it happen. And and they showed it. I'm like, okay, that's how the booster services and the 3 mark farmers do it, man.
You can't put a game out into the wild without somebody very clever finding a way around it, and that will happen every time the game's out. It depends very much on how you react to that as a company, and it depends on how much that hacking affects the overall gameplay.
Yep.
If it,
And that's always the discussion when it comes up in the forums or people talk about it. You know, on the one hand, you got the people freaking out and it's destroying the game and it's doing that and the other. You have the people like, well, it's not enough to matter. It doesn't really affect you. Why do you care? So it is somewhere in between. It does affect you if you're in that match, right? And there's rigging going on, and you're on the team that's the team to be farmed. So that platoon is the farm platoon. They don't pitch in. They're not helping you win. You know. On the other hand, the other 3 guys that are farming, he's not particularly busy doing anything to win either. He's just farming tanks for a while. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I would obviously like it not to happen, and I think they still should go after it.
Yes, it sucks. It sucks that it happens, but it's human nature, and people will do whatever it takes to get an edge. Some people will do whatever it takes.
But see, Chubby, I don't think those guys are completely dismissing it. I lean a little more on their side. I think in general what they're saying is it's not as big a deal as people think it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big deal because I want the game to be healthy and not have stuff like that. But on the other hand, does it affect me all the time? Not very often. But when it does suck. Like, you don't want it, and also you don't want, clowns getting 279 earlies because they paid $500 for someone to rig it, because the riggers screw you over when they're in the game.
No, you do want a clown in a 279 early.
Well, there is that.
Across an open field, like they did against me.
Yeah, that's true.
Rolled across an open field, thought he was indestructible. I just farmed him all day.
Yeah.
It was absolutely glorious. And keep going, keep going.
I've seen it, Cliffy, but again, it's not very often, is it? I think I have a video or two with showing some of that stuff. I've been in games.
I think out of 9 years, I've probably...
One of you guys sent me
it 3 or 4 times.
One of you guys sent me 3 or 4 games where the same platoon, I believe, same people. So there you go.
That's interesting. I would say in 10 years now, I've only seen it 3 or 4 times. I've only noticed it 3 or 4 times.
Right. So that's not very much, is it?
A lot more than that. Yeah.
Tens of thousands of battles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's a good point, Midnight. Is it rigging or is it just a moron? I don't know. But the fact is, it's
in my case, it's the moron in me.
It's definitely happening though, because there are entire websites and services and lots of people, and they're making money doing this. Like, you don't spend that much time putting all that together to not make any money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could do that and then fail and it didn't make money, but it's gone on the whole time the game has been going. So clearly people are making money doing this. So yes, it is absolutely happening. And that's rigging though, and to some extent cheating, but it's not hacks. You know what I mean? And that always gets obscured, right? People want to talk about that like they're hacking or something and not really differentiating rigging and cheating as far as sync dropping and actual hacking or illegal mods, which sometimes the same people kind of do the same thing, but it's kind of a convoluted mess, to be quite honest. Here's the thing that starts to concern me a little bit, because I've read this in the forum a couple times. People starting to say things like they should ban platooning because of it. Like, everything has to be a ban,
that's like
right?
A sledgehammer. Yeah, that's a sledgehammer.
So many things we've had, like, oh, people are being mean to me in chat. Ban general chat. Ban this, ban that. Anything that is not going my way, ban it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drives me absolutely crazy.
Sledgehammer out. We need to crack the nut.
Well, and there's a lot of people like this is the first time I've heard this, but I've seen it now multiple places. I'm like, oh shit, are the potatoes rising up and wanting now to ban platoons? And will that get enough traction? I don't think so, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anonymizer.
There you go, Chubby. And do not get me started on that.
No, man. But it makes me laugh because in the battle results at the end, you get to see who it is anyway. It don't make any bloody difference.
That whole thing drove me crazy.
Yeah.
And I know there's several of you guys. We're all friends here, but I know several people in here love the anonymizer and believe that somehow it makes their game better. It drives me batshit. Just ban
I've
it.
yet to see. I've yet to see anybody focused because they know who they are. In that sense, Quickie Baby anonymizes.
There's a
Fair
couple
enough.
people that are that big that
Yeah.
probably absolutely do.
Yeah. But general, no.
No,
Not
no,
there.
that's complete confirmation bias in my opinion.
I would anonymise. I can't even say the word, but I would become anonymous playing the game if I just did arty. I don't want to be known for that. Sorry, but you know,
Oh, I've been focused by Artie, but I've never been able to prove why.
it's me. I've been anonymous. There he is. There's Guido. Boom! Got him again. He's pissed off now. Yeah.
I would have to see that, Cliffy. I don't believe that right off. I really don't. I've heard that a couple of people have said that their numbers went up. Okay. Yeah, but for how long? When? Are they still up? Is he down now? I don't know, man.
Blues Traveller, ban free XP. Absolutely. It's ruined the game. Oh dear.
I don't know. But let's look at it at a slightly different angle. You know, you're good at the game. What the hell makes you think being anonymous should happen anyway? The way I look at it is, let's be competitive, man. Yeah, you're the best team out there. They're gunning for you. Get up for it. What's the cry-assing about? Now, I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth on this one because it's arty and it's a game mechanic I can't stand. I do not like the game mechanic. So that's why when we talk anonymous, I talk a little bit on both sides. If it stops you from getting focused by arty, I completely see that argument because the game mechanic is broken and allows a guy to sit on the red line and thump you.
Yeah.
Right? So if there was no arty in the game, I think the anonymizer argument goes away by a lot. Because now it's just, the standard game, and it's hard to focus somebody with just direct fire. Yes, you could gang up on him, or I only shoot that guy. But if he's playing well, he's already really hard to take out anyway. But it's not hard to click from the red line.
Yeah.
So that's always been the argument. So we're doing we have this whole system being wrapped around a crap game mechanic.
Yeah.
And then chuck in XVM. So the fixes were not anonymizer. The fixes were sorting out the mechanics. But I think the good players who got artied are happy to get a crap fix for a crap game mechanic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like, whatever. It's not going away. Fine. Give me anonymizer, and I'll get less guys plinking at me from the red line. So
I don't know. I can't talk for the die-hard arty players. I mean, obviously we've all played arty, and I did enjoy my little time on the red line clicking, and occasionally I'll pop back and do it for whatever reasons. Sometimes because I feel evil, but anyway, I've never focused anybody unless they're lit. So I just go for what's lit. I see what's lit. Or the only other time I do any focusing is if I can see that our team have got a significant push, but they need to get rid of something that's in the way.
But
I'll go and do that.
Yeah, but obviously you're not that guy. There's a lot of those guys out there with arty, and the problem is the game mechanic allows them to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
you can hit Lemming Rush or Guido or Cliffy or whoever.
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yeah.
You see that they're purple or blurple or whatever. You have the wherewithal to do it. You have the mechanic. It's there. It's easy. It's not a problem. You can thump them and laugh and go, ha
Just
ha,
keep
stupid
thumping.
purple, and you can't hurt me, and they can't.
That's
so
the truth of it, isn't it?
it's a good point about arty. It has I think improved a bit, but what it has proven to me mostly about arty and in general about arty players, and I've said this from the beginning about the mechanic, it would not matter if it did 1 point of damage with a hit. It's still a broken game mechanic.
Yes.
just based on how it operates within the game, within this particular system. What
Yeah.
this is continuing to prove to me, as they nerf and nerf and nerf, there are still as many people playing Artie as there was. They
Yeah.
don't care how much damage it does, really.
No.
They just get to
Because
sit.
it has that off game effect on the number of times you've had that huge brawl, you've come out of it, and you're on low hit points because you've really done well, and you're thinking, I can now, I can push
Yep.
forward and
Yep.
we can actually win this battle. Boom! Artie took me out.
Yeah.
You tosspot. You absolute tosspot.
Yeah.
All that hard work.
I mean, I think there's still as many Artie players in the game as there ever was, at least within the last three or 4 years. I don't think that last nerf slowed any of them down. I think the M44 is still the most played artillery.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd have to go look at it, but I'm pretty sure it is. Frankly, the 13F3, which I showed in the video I did, on which the best one is actually better than an M44, but it's not as well known, I think. No. But anyway,
it is destructive. Anyway, it is destructive M44 because of the tiers it plays at. You know. Anyway,
tosspot. All right, we have a
competition. The Cromwell competition.
The Su-8 is brutal at tier 6, Cliffy. It's true.
It is brutal.
Yeah,
or the LEF. The LEF is, there you go. There's the
tier 5.
All right. So we have a Cromwell competition. For what reason? For what reason is that Oliver Cromwell, who the tank is named after,
good old Ollie.
Oliver Cromwell. Yeah, he and the first Republican and the last Republican in the United Kingdom. He used to live about 6 miles from my house. Bless. I never knew him personally, slightly a long time ago. But so I thought, what can I do the competition on that relates to tanks, and also a little bit of like English history. So I thought Oliver Cromwell tanks. There we are. There's a connection. So get your wiki fingers going, guys, because you'll need it because it's English history, or it's British history, not American history. Although there is an American slant to one of the answers to the question.
Oh boy!
Right?
But this is really complicated.
Wiki fingers going.
It's
Are you all ready?
Complicated, yeah.
You got your wiki fingers. Because it's complicated, it's for 1,000 gold. Okay, 1,000 gold. I need all three answers. Together.
Oh wow! Okay, all right.
Alrighty, here we go. Oliver Cromwell question. I need to know. Oliver Cromwell. I need to know the name of his wife. Her full name before she got married. So, her name before she got married to him.
Okay.
I need to know how many children they had together.
Ooh.
All right, and here's the American slant. The state of Virginia was the only colony state that was anti-Cromwell because it contained an awful lot of royalists. All right, it was anti-Cromwell. What is the official slogan of Virginia, the state of Virginia? They hated Cromwell. What was the official slogan? What is still, I think, the official slogan of the state of Virginia? So, his wife's full name before they got married, how many children they had, and the official slogan of the state of Virginia. Crescent rolls, sound issues, and onslaught. Very close, Wayne. Very close.
Oh, what was it? Sound issue, just. Right,
Sarah One Kid Gregory. No. Gator.
All right.
Doris.
I got the name. Oh, there's some people on there.
Oh. Okay. I need. Okay. If it was TL Wiz, Sic Semper Tyrannus. No, the official slogan is something slightly different, guys. So, the name of his wife is right. I'm giving you all these clues. The number of children TL Wiz got right. But the official slogan of the state of Virginia, I want to say at the time of Cromwell, but I thought it was still also relevant today. In English. I don't know what that means, 6 7. It's something, my duty or something, is it? I don't know. Virginia is for lovers. It's not that.
That's what it is
this
now,
might
I
be
think.
too hard.
That's what it is
I think
now.
it might be.
Yeah.
Is that what it is now? Okay, in the time of Cromwell. So get your wiki fingers going again. I don't want it translated. You're all right, bitwise. You need to wiki it. The official slogan at the time of Cromwell for the state of Virginia.
So they
There
did
wasn't a
Sic
state at
Semper
the time, it was a
Tyrannis,
colony.
thus always to tyrants. That is
No.
one of them.
It is one of them. It was.
Yeah.
It was the official slogan. It was. Tobacco is a vegetable. Brilliant. No, it's not. It is on Wiki. I got this from Wiki. I got this. I promise you, I got Virginia's official slogan at the time of Cromwell was Wiki. So, the full name of his wife, the number of children, and the Wiki's version of the official slogan at the time of Cromwell-ish.
Well, I found one for
Right on.
1775, but that's well before him.
Yeah, he was around in 1659. Well, he died in 1658. Alrighty, what I might do is roll it to next week with an easier question.
I would give it to TL Wiz or whoever
think
was
TL Wiz is-
whoever was the first with Sic Semper Tyrannis, because actually Gator got it there. No, he said one kid. Never mind. TL Wiz. I mean, it is Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Shirat. It is, but back then it was something else.
You suck, right? That's right. That's right, Shinra. That was their F
They
you.
hated Cromwell.
No, they were actually in support of him or not in support of him.
No, they hated him. They hated him because a lot of the royalists,
We're in
i.e.
Virginia.
the king's people,
Yeah.
emigrated into the colony, and the colony was Virginia.
No wonder.
they hated him.
No wonder DC sucks so bad here.
Yeah.
It's all former royalists who ducked their head and stayed.
Look at Bitwise. Don't let Pilgrim use American facts for his game anymore. Alrighty.
I think
Shall I
TL
give it to
Wiz.
TL Wiz?
Yeah, that's close enough. What did you think it was?
Well, I got it off Wiki. It was called the Old Dominion.
The Old Dominion. Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, the Old Dominion. Right.
What-
Tailwiz. You've got it.
So they actually adopted that apparently after 1775 for the Declaration. I don't know if I don't think they called it the Old Dominion then, because it was still the Young Dominion. They'd only
It
been there
says in
50
Wiki
years.
that it was known as the Old Dominion at the time of Cromwell.
Oh, okay.
But
There you
hey,
go.
On Pilgrim's Wiki, you need to get Pilgrim's Wiki.
Nobody knows where the hell that is, but
Nickname, not slogan. I guess it's in the declaring independence for the
hey, that's part of the fun, man. That's part of the fun of the
It's
whole
part
thing.
of the fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you read it on Wiki, it's 100% true.
Pilgrim's Wiki.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll do TL Wiz. I guess it's NATL. You'll have to
Beautiful.
list me you're in game there. But we'll do the same. We'll do the same next week. We'll make it easy hard, and we'll put a bit of American history in for everybody else.
All right, guys. I think that's all I've got, Pilgrim. How about you?
I'm done. I'm
Read it?
spent.
Yeah, I'm spent. And let's find someone to raid. Usually at this time of day, there's no NA folks up and going. XVM says it's rigged. Absolutely.
See, TL Wiz has got the similar explanation I've got. The moniker was given by King Charles II in recognition of Virginia's loyalty to the crown against Cromwell after the restoration of the crown. So that's where I got that from. There you go, TL Wiz. NA. Okay, cool. I'll do that today, buddy, at some point. The slogan was anonymised. Yes, Cliffy.
That's absolutely anonymized.
Have a good day. Listen, have a good day, everybody. And
Absolutely,
safe,
man.
have fun.
Absolutely. I'm trying to find somebody to raid. Anybody got any good? Hey,
I've got
Zimbo,
nobody
what's
up.
happening, man?
What have I got up? Let me have a look. Only stack up, but that's all I've got up at the moment.
All right. Caledonian DC is on the road to his second real follower, so we're going to raid him. Give him some followers. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Caledonian _ DC. No idea if he's got some kind of English thing. Is it English or is that, I don't know. That's a Spanish flag? Don't know. Anyway, Here we go, guys. We're going to raid Old Caledonia. Give him a couple follows, man. Make him feel good. We're heading out in 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm planning on streaming on Friday for sure, maybe Saturday, earlier if I can. Have a great week. We'll see you guys later.